Hey everyone, it's Meteorologist Jim Caldwell here in the WKYT Alert Center, hanging out with you on this Wednesday. And we're talking about some changes going on in the forecast. Today's going to be a lot like yesterday, just a little bit warmer. Humidity's at a comfortable level. We're looking good. Now what's going to happen? We are going to heat up a little bit in the coming days. Is it going to be end all be all? No, it's summertime in Kentucky. No. We're going to have some humidity out there like we always do. Right now, you don't see any hints of it. You look at the camera view, there's not any haze around the area. You know, on those days, those really hot and humid days, you can see it. It's not out there today. It's still pretty quiet for all of us here, not only in Lexington, but all around. I've got 70s. I've got as warm as 73, 74. It shows 75 at Bluegrass Airport, but I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. It's always running a little bit warm, so I'm going to quickly look at the Mesonet site because we're just here having a conversation. That's what we're doing. You, me, I don't know who you're with. And out at the Mesonet site, it says 73.4. So there you go. There's a 2-degree difference. Anyway, so it matches up with some of the other locations around. So what we've got is some milder air compared to yesterday. And we're going to keep going till we get around 80 or so for your highs today. The muggy meter, first time we've had to bring it out, first time we've had to bring it out with the new graphical setup that we have here too. But I want you to notice that by Friday, it's up there. It elevates into a humid category. That's when you're going to notice it. That's when you're going to be like, okay, I don't like this. You're really going to hate it when it gets to these next levels. And I've got that. The muggy meter didn't go that far out yet. But I've got that for next week. I think we have dew points in the 70s, which will put us in that sticky to even oppressive kind of level out there. That's the kind of warmth we're talking about. Still watching this system down to our south that's been parked on Florida. Well, they've been dealing with rain. Look at that. There's an embedded tornado warning, too, just north of Miami. How about that? So that's what's going on with the setup that's so active down there. Not only are they dealing with rounds of rain, now they've got that severe weather element that's now ongoing. I'm just shocked to see that. Last time I looked there, it was just some general stuff. As we move through the rest of the day, there's your top out around 80 or so. Now tonight, not quite as chilly. We did break out into a few 40s this morning. We're not going to do it in the morning. I think we go 85 or better for your highs. A lot of better is showing on that map. And then we get a little push of some cloud cover and a little moisture in here on Friday. Notice the scattered nature to these showers. They line up from West Virginia all the way back out into western Kentucky, and then they drop to the south as well. So we've got a little bit of that rain that's going to continue out there. Now let's focus on next week. Okay, now I keep seeing and hearing all this chatter about, oh my goodness, it's going to be 100 degrees in Kentucky next week. 100 degrees, air temperature, 100 degrees. That's what I've been seeing. I don't think it's possible. I really don't. And here's the reason why. Because a lot of the trending data is suggesting we get this big influx of moisture. And what is hard to understand sometimes in the world of weather is if you get this big humid air mass over you, yeah, it's miserable. It is awful. When you get soil that's loaded with moisture, it gets humid a lot quicker because we're pouring a lot of that out of the plants, the ground, everything. So what that also does at the same time, while it makes it feel miserable, it also keeps the air temperature down a little bit. There's that effect that goes on. I know it never makes any sense, but when I look at maps and I see that, I'm like, it's not going to be a 95 to 100 degree air temperature. Now I'm going to show you what I think we get with 95 to 100 here in a second. But as long as there's rain around and that very humid, soupy air mass, it's going to be harder to press to that level. Okay? Now outside of this, we might get there. But we've got a lot of things working against that to push 95 to 100. Now, when the showers and thunderstorms go up, that immediately cools you off. So you'll get that cooling factor, but it's so humid immediately after one of those too. This is the hour-by-hour heat index. I'm breaking this one out. And this is based off one of the runs I really agree with. Does it show you a 95 for a heat index? It does. Does it show you 96, 97? It does. That's on Sunday. So it's going to be steamy out there. Now look at, we get into your Monday. Numbers are going to come up again, and we've got more of those 90s. But look at this. Look at Somerset showing 84. Look at Pikeville showing 72. That's the rain. See, the rain's going to be out there too, and it's going to combat it in spots, so it's not going to be at the same level everywhere. So there's your heat index again, mid-90s, not your air temperature, okay? So your thermometer is not going to register that. The heat index will come in at that level. That's the kind of warmth that I'm talking about. So is that bad? Yeah, of course it is. Is it typical? Absolutely. Every year, right here in Kentucky. I've lived here for 41 years, and it's always been like that. I appreciate you stopping by, giving us a few minutes of your time. We're going to be back on television coming up at 12 for WKYT News at noon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya.